I get horny on good 1 to 3 rotations. JKNAPS 1 to 3 cut. Fucking gorgeous. Oh my god. I'm gonna start taking shirts off like Jinxie, dude. Alright, I was recording, but my mic wasn't assigned, and I had to double check just to make sure, and we're only missed some really neat bits, but something that I wanted to talk about immediately. We're just gonna jump in right where we're at right now, which is we're talking about G2 versus BDS. Okay, so this was the quarterfinals of the most recent major that they had, and I wanted to talk about what's going on, mainly because I'm an NA boy trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. And the beginning of this replay was, so far, it's been really nice. I'm only a minute 43 in. And I want you to see this. So Atomic looking to cut in right here. Right? Sees JKNAPS is going. Right? So he has one of two options right now. We're just jumping right in. One of two options. Monkey Moon is either... Whoa, that's really thick. Monkey Moon is going to look for a demo right now. Or he could. Right? He's not really going to turn it. So he's going to come around like this, and he's going to check to the gold line, maybe grab a pad, maybe look for demo off the pad line, or he's going to play it safe and just rotate around close like that. So Atomic, what he needs to do is he can play A or B, okay? He could come out like this, which could be really scary because if JKNAPS doesn't land a solid 50 and a rise, so in ranked, this probably won't work, and it's technically a mini layer because you're leaving that net open because Rise could win this, and then you want to be immediately up for that 50 coming in, and if you're here, it's, you know, like there's a disparity in space, you know, and that extra time that Rise gets could be brutal. Okay, so we don't want to worry about that, right? So he could come out, dodge the demo, and then look to slalom around, or he can play in, tuck in right here, where Monkey Moon can't see him. Okay, those are his options. So in this case, doesn't need to worry about it. Opts to play out, runs a mini layer, no angle, fixes it. Now Seiko runs, look at Rise, right there to cut in. First to third, rotating out, right? So stays grounded, right? Cuts in immediately. Really good touch from Rise, right? Plays out. That's perfect. This is perfect. You know, like this is what we're looking for. And had Atomic just did this, so had he done this, right? So he had one of two options to play out for the demo or to tuck in. For me, my personal preference is I like to tuck in, right? And if they try to run a pick play and do a 3-point turn right here to go and bump me, then Chicago just knows that if JKNAPS just clears it in a Rise and Rise immediately booms it back, then Chicago's going to go. Pretty easy at that point, you know? And then this does nothing. Okay, so that's how I like to do it, right? I don't like to come out, though, because then I have to turn out, and then that confuses him because he doesn't know whether to go, and he doesn't know whether I'm going. My boost situation could be bad and I could be whiffing in the first place. So then it also throws off my teammate because he could have gone anyway and fixed it. So that's why I don't like to run it like that. That's why I like to just tuck in. And if they want to take me out as a defender, then you're taking yourself out. That's fine. You're the crucial 1 to 3, right, on offense. So, you know, the guy rotating out is a very crucial piece, an offensive piece that we've seen a million times in these pro replays. So he's going to take himself out of the position to basically take me out. So positions equal. Chicago's going to rotate. We're good, right? Don't got to worry about a damn thing, right? So that's how I like to do it. That's how I like to do it. I found that is most comfortable. And if they want to bump me, usually if they have to 3-point turn, they're going to bump. They're not going to demo. Big deal. Because then it doesn't reset my position or anything. And also takes them out. So had Atomic done this, saw JKNAPS go, goes, okay, I'm second man. He can... You know, in this case, you don't got to worry about Monkey Moon coming out. He could tuck in, right? Watch the demo. Now he comes out slow, right? Now he comes in. Now he goes, right? And the idea is very much, it's very much the equivalent when you're playing soccer. You don't want to allow them to have space to turn. We never want to see this, okay? Especially in soccer. You know, they're vying to basically, you know, you're trying to make them that if they have their back to you, you're trying to force them to use defenders to play it forward. Use attackers to play it forward. But you never want to give them an open chance to basically have a 1v1 like this, right? In soccer, it's the same. In Rocket League, it's the same. I'm sure it's the same in hockey, right? Playing against a guy who has all of his momentum going opposite way is very much ideal, but as soon as he turns around, he's got momentum against you, he can usually beat you. Okay, so it's very scary if you're playing a defender and you're going against an attacker with pace. It's pretty much dead. They're going to do step overs. It's going to be really rough. It doesn't matter how good you are in a very, very rough spot. So you want to avoid that in the first place, right? And that's a mini breakdown right there. So you can see Chicago had his car in the frame right here, went up for it. No crazy commit, so he didn't really dive at it too crazy. Monkey Moon lands that touch. Really good, really good. Gets all the boost. Looking for another demo. Just delay him. Another demo right there, right? Now it's very, very effective. Plays it into second. Oh my god, he passed it to him, says my fucking stupid comments, right? And, hold on. So first demo, second demo. Okay, so Chicago should definitely push up here. So he's a little too far. So he should not have got an extra touch here. So he should be flipping forward right about here. And then he comes here, now he comes around. If he sees that touch, then he could go for it and tackle it. It should not be past him. Okay, anyway, gives it into Atomic. And now this is a kind of a Zugzwang, a little bit. Okay, so lands the demo. That's really good. Atomic with another layer. It's okay, though, because what's-his-face went through. So he just forced Rise, is all. Oh, doesn't end up being too crazy. Chicago wanting to go for this. Got it. Right here. Lane first to third. Yeah, so he was first to third, but he rotated really tight. So he looked to fix it, right? Dodged the demo. Now he wants to go, sees Atomic's up. Probably get a dive at it, yeah. And that's good. So guys can tell, when I say second man, you're actually technically third, and then your first to third is actually second man. Okay, that's the idea I really want to get in your head. So it's kind of confusing for me too, just because I've created this, and I've said, hey, second man is a guy on the sideline. But technically, your second man is the first to third. What? Right? I get it. I know the terminology is a little confusing, right? But just bear with me. I mean, some people call it other stuff, and it probably is the same thing. Okay? As long as you know what I'm saying, you can recognize what I'm saying to you, we're good. Okay, little mini double commit from Atomic. He's going to play suicide. Okay, he loves to play third here. Chicago loves to do that. Atomic is backwards. No bueno. Lands to 50, though, regardless. Rise with a mini layer. That double is open all day. That should be a goal. That should be a goal. Can't lie. Okay, it's not that Chicago missed. It's a really rough angle. Yeah, they got away with murder here. BDS got away with murder. That was a very, very scary position. Okay. JKNAPS goes. First to third rotation. Yeah. Oh. Actually, he was third. Went around. Okay, once he landed the demo, you knew he could go for it. So Monkey Moon plays the check two. Really awkward. Seiko should take. Okay, grabs his boost. That's very good win. So now Monkey Moon is sitting at about 24. He should be 12 or 24. Hey! Know my shit, dude. So that's very, very good. It usually means that at this point your third man can't cut and cover high. That's not good. You don't want to be in this position. So he should not be playing playing contract there is a little strange. You're going to force one to dive. Very good defensive play. Chicago in a very nice position right here to continue the offense. Plays right behind JKNAPS. Believe it or not, I have made multiple videos that when you're in this position and you're first to third and then third to second, which is what's happening here because Chicago's third man, right? So let's break it down. Let's just draw orange here in a sec. Let's just draw orange, right? Get rid of this. This is orange right now. So he was first to third, right? First, all the way into third man. Now third into second. Okay, believe it or not, when people go and they track this way. They run square, and then they run like this, right behind their guy, as he's rotating out. What the fuck? Okay, what does that mean? Well, if this pass goes a little bit square, right, you're going to be awkward trying to go up for this aerial, and you usually get beat by this guy. And or if it goes behind you even a little bit, you're very awkward, and you're not going to hit it. So then it's very, very weird. So what does he do? Pro level. Tracks right behind his guy and then goes up for it. Believe it or not, I don't see this at a high level. People just fucking, they just go, they would run like this. I swear to God, you'd think I'm fucking kidding. I've been doing coaching now since 2020. It's been 4 years. We're going on 4 years. Started in the spring too. Pretty much 4 years. It's not like 3.5. It's really 4. Okay? They don't track behind. This is really good. I tell you guys to track behind for this reason. Look at this. Now, he could have even tracked a little bit wider. He would have gotten more pace onto it, which would have been very, very deadly for BDS right there. That was actually so G2 has the ins and outs. Dude, these guys could fucking win a world championship straight up, dude. They really could. Okay, so now the tether is broken. There's a large amount of space between him. He's going to take it, drop it in the corner. No problem. Opts to go for the second touch. Very fine. JKNAPS goes for the play there. Forces it high, which is nice. So even if you do get beat, just as long as you close down the shot, it's going to force them to take it off target, which is exactly what you want. So then Rise looks to play the pinch because he sees Atomic's up. And now everyone's handy-dandy. Handy-dandy. Yep, second man goes. Atomic, third man, right side zone. Beautiful. Oh, this is gorgeous seeing him up the field. Down, down. Yeah. Okay, so Rise barely makes it clear. So that's playing it off that backboard is ideal when you're first to third if you can't make a really good shot, because the backboard bounces are very weird and hard to read on defense, and they're very threatening, very threatening on offense, because the backboard, the way that it comes off, and this has happened to me so many times in tournaments, when I have the ball bouncing, you could see this lip, right? A shift. If it bounces off right in this indent, it's going to bounce, not angle in, angle out like this. It's going to bounce straight down. You guys know the analogy with the DirecTV? You know, the DirecTV like directly hits the corner of your screen, it bounces straight out. Same shit. Okay. So on offense, if you're looking to play that bounce, it's very hard to read that on defense. So then you go up for basically it going straight down like that, and then it bounces straight out. You're like, oh shit, and then they score on you, and you're like, what the fuck, right? So that's what you're looking for on offense, is to do that bounce. So Rise read it. Atomic looked to threaten that part of the map, right? It goes straight down, right? Now JKNAPS is playing second man. Has to track backward. First to third cuts. At some point, whoa. Oh, he got demoed. All is forgiven. Oh, you got to turn on your fucking cam, big dog. You agreed for that. Yeah, if he agrees for that, that should be challenged. Okay, so he spawned near side. That's why. Okay, shot was, opportunity was barely open. So now he's second, dodge demo. Yep. Now you rotate, yep. Okay, so that's fine. Yep, this is fine. Playing in your corner. Uh-oh. Should not have dove. Believe it or not. The only threat that Seiko has is midfield because of the way this ball bounced. Now this is really awkward. We don't want to have these positions by pushing too far forward. So the proper way to do this is I would have pad, right? In the meantime, while I'm doing this, I'm tracking backward to see that Monkey Moon is going to demo me, right? Here forward, and then you come around and you could whack that. Hitting this, right, versus doing this is all the difference. You guys get me? Okay, very important not to push out really too far. Again, transition to offense. Don't force an offense, y'all. Don't force it, right? Playing contract only when you know that they're going to land that is fine, but even then the 50, out like this. Look, so JKNAPS beats the first man, Seiko. Now has an even 50 against Rise, but it bounces against our own backboard, okay? And look at that. Imagine trying to shoot that if you're running a layer. No bueno. Right? In that case, it's just an open net. Technically, Atomic won't even be able to land a touch like he did here. Okay? So, even if your first man beats their matchup and then looks to play into their second, right? The rule is genuinely on a disposition, if your second man has a free dribble against, if your first man has a free dribble against their second, then yes. Problem is JKNAPS forced it, but doesn't really have a free dribble into Rise. You guys see it? Right? So he's not, right? This is when to push up. How do I know when to push up? How do I know when to play back? Well, just look at the play here, right? JKNAPS plays it around, but now he plays it around Seiko, but because Seiko dove at it, JKNAPS is not really going to have any more good dribbles because, you know, he got forced in the corner. So at that point, you want to space out and go, okay, well, you know, I'm not going to really push forward for that. And again, if the ball bounces in such a way, right, even if it come off like right here, bros, if you ran, you're not going to say to yourself, I should have ran a layer. Why? Because the 90% chance is going to be it bounces here, it bounces here, it bounces off the wall here, it goes backward into here, and you need to be there for all of those. You need to be there for this ball right here, that high, right? Or this happens, and it no boost, right? And then stuff like that. Okay, so you don't want that. Okay, so it's very much a thing. Second man, don't force it. Play in your own half. Another thing the pros did, when I noticed that it just felt like they were playing in their own half. Okay, so he's going to play second. Plays very spaced out here. Now he's going to play the 50 in a monkey move. Nothing's going to materialize here. And again, don't push up too far to this. Atomic, it's way easier. By the way, I was taught this by coaches. When you're playing shadow defense, you're never coming at a guy square. Okay? It's the same in Rocket League. So I'm never coming at a guy, and how does my cam look on this? So I'm never coming at a guy completely straight onto him like this. Okay, so let me this. I never come onto him straight. Okay? The reason why is because I'm trying to force him into a corner. Okay? It's a little tilted. So I'm never trying to come at him straight like this because he could just go either way. So what you do is because, and especially if they're coming at you with pace. If they're coming at you with pace, you're gonna mark 2, you're gonna step 2, and then they're just gonna destroy you by going one of the other ways, and that's over. Okay, so the way that we avoid that, okay, the way that we avoid that is simply, if I'm going to mark into you, I come at you at an angle. So I'm gonna show you my lower body. I come at you like this. So I'm never square. I'm always coming at him like this. And I say, you can have the left side, but if you try to mark me, right, and I'll track you like this, doing a shuffle, okay? See how my cam looks. Yeah, so I'll track you like this, doing a shuffle. I'm coming at you like this, at an angle. And if you try to come here, big step. So big step, and I go here, like that. And then at that point, it's the same shit. And now I'm trying to shove you, okay? That's always what's trying to happen. I'm never really trying to let you go infield, so I'm never going to mark you in such a way that allows you to go infield. I'm always going to mark you from a thing that's forcing you to go outside. Because if you try, and I'm forcing you outside my body, right? So if you try to go inside, I don't want you to do that. I want to stuff you in the corner. So I'm going to let you have that outside. Go there all day, because that's my weakness. But if you come inside, I'm going to immediately do this, right? Step 2. At that point, I can muscle you, and I could go right under you and just, right, and then shove you off the ball, and then I could tackle you. So attackers don't want that, right? But it's the same in Rocket League, right? The exact same part of the rotation and the exact same concept applies when you're in Rocket League. The idea is simply, you're coming in like this, sustained offense, first to third, third to second, you're coming at the angle like this. And what's happening? I'm shoving you in the corner up until I can play at midfield. Get me? It's the exact same concept. Nothing has changed. The fundamentals the same. It's just the execution is a little different because in Rocket League, you can only move forwards. Okay, so same shit here, right? And again, I never want to dive at a guy. This is the reason why I brought this up, because if I dive at him, the ball could go anywhere. But if I'm able to shove him into the corner, then it allows us to get possession, play off the throw-in, play into our back half, and then from there, we can start to play tiki-taka. You know, we could start moving the ball and exploiting weakness. So it's always better to play, never to really just start freely diving, because even if you freely dive and you land an even 50 into this guy, right? Even if you win the 50, where's it gonna go? It goes into Seiko or the midfield, and they got it covered, right? So we don't want that. What we want to do is for them to release it back into us. What do? That's what we want. It's just that Chicago pushed up too far. That's all. You guys get the idea. So again, when you're first man, you want it to be really controlled. You don't want to just start instantly diving, right? But when you have the ball, right? When you have the ball, you want to fucking beat as many defenders as you can. When you don't have the ball, you want it to be really controlled. Give it into your backfield. Okay? That's what you want. All right, so let's put the camera back on. So that's how to play first. So at second, it's really important that you link up with your first correctly. Otherwise, you're going to give up a really good opportunity. So you cut in too tight. So you should have been here, get around, check here, now play here. You know? And you're like, wait, what? Isn't that not close? Well, again, you know, if it pops in mid, let's say this 50 pops here. Okay, so you can see Rise is covering this. If it pops here, Rise has got it covered. Even if you do run a layer like Chicago is doing, which is what, it's not really a layer. This isn't a layer. But even if you do rotate close, Rise is going to have that covered, or Seiko has a step 2. The angle's covered, right? And best case scenario, it's going to be just a 50. It's going to pop into their corner, okay? Or you could wait for it and then play in your own control, because they have this half, right? Anything that comes in there, they got a challenge onto it. And then you're playing in your own half. Get me? This is what I'm saying. So you, as second man, want to play in your own base, right? This is another reason why layers don't work. Because you playing off of 50 and the two guys that are already going to immediately cutting in and have the angle covered, they're just going to step to you. If you try to shoot, they're going to land a touch in anyway. It's the same exact thing in twos. A couple of you guys are asking me. You're like, hey, can you do a twos replay? Nothing changes. What most people do when they play twos, they rotate out first. They go straight through the midfield, right? Which is what you don't want to do. Instead, you want to rotate wide, and you want to see who's the next guy. So let's take it into two standpoint. Here's a two standpoint. You got two guys on the field, right? Just JKNAPS and Atomic right now. JKNAPS is going to go like this. Now JKNAPS is going to rotate out. Atomic is going to go, right? Now, when you're JKNAPS, what you're looking to do is you're seeing how this tackle is going to go, okay? Now, in threes, you want to play really controlled because you want this 50 go back in your own half. In twos, you would say, I want Atomic to beat my guy and to put it down this way and drop here so that JKNAPS can turn and go. That's what you're looking to do. Okay, so, but when you're the first to third, you're trying to see, is this winning? Yes or no? If yes, look to cut in. If no, look to play support. That's it. What most of you do, though, is you don't rotate wide to be able to cut in. So what does that leave you? It leaves your second man has to muscle it through an angle that's already covered. So then you end up with like 30 shots by the end of the game and no goals. And then you guys get scored on. Why? Because you checked too deep, they had a possession on the wall, and then you didn't fix your angle, you get fucking annihilated. Okay? Same shit in twos. Same in threes. Okay? So Chicago needed to play farther back. This is going to be a very long overtime. Right? So he needed to play farther back. In any case, he can still play Scorched Earth, grab all the boost. Monkey Moon's going to play that. Rise with the immediate cutoff on the pass. It's just a gentle handshake. He's playing right side zone? Yeah. Okay, he's playing right side zone. Second man gets demo because he ran a layer and pushed out too far, as he should. Free jumps it. Wow, what a man. And that shouldn't result in anything, though. Yeah. And now Chicago's going to bump him. No. Okay, so he just rotates, takes Atomic's position. Should be a double. Okay, where's my first to third? He rotated all the way back. JKNAPS was second man, forced to come in. Very awkward. Okay. I think him flipping out there was a little troll, but I think he was just playing for Seiko's over. That's what it looked like. Seiko looks like he's going to boom it right here. So the JKNAPS tracks backward. Right? And then it should be Atomic going for this. But he went all the way back to boost. So that's probably a spectator bug. Yeah, it is a spectator bug. Yeah, so he had 0. So that's why he went for boost and greeted for it. So it leaves this zone where he gets 50. JKNAPS cuts forward. Awkward. Okay, so now he's playing forward, playing for B. JKNAPS, no angle. He's going to decide to go for B. And Seiko, no angle on the net. Why's Rice looking for a demo here? Not going to materialize. Yeah, never. What are you doing? Okay, so he fixes his line. Monkey Moon comes off his line, barely. Gets B, as he should. Chicago with the double touch. Maybe the double touch setup is very awkward. Should we go? Oh, Chicago, demo. 1 to third, 1 to 3. Oh, JKNAPS wasn't ready. Oh my God. This is such a threat. This is the breakdown that you guys are looking for right here when you're on offense. It's just that JKNAPS wasn't expecting everyone to dive, and by then it was already too weird. So you want to dive for this right now. But it looks like Monkey Moon's actually hitting us. Otherwise, then that happens. Oh, man. Dude, so BDS is by the fucking skin of their teeth. They are actually making it. Okay, so he rotates wide. Chicago's going to go next. Yep, he's going to take possession. Nothing materializes here. Opposite just stuffing in corner. He's forced in corner, right? Plays it high to try and avoid it. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Overtime. It's going to be a very long overtime. Okay, so he's going to cut in because his teammate's going all the way back. He probably calmed. He was going for boost. Okay. So now he's going to go for pads. That is greedy. But the only reason he does it is because you could see Seiko only has a square 50 onto this. So it's not going to move immediately backward. Otherwise, JKNAPS would probably rotate through like this. Or to rotate through the mid and then look to play wide and then turn out if they win or turn to play support if they lose. That's what he would do. But doesn't work out that way. Yeah, because he knows that they're all out of position. They ran a mini layer. Chicago actually playing second man correctly. Thank you. Thank you. Rating right at that half line for the clear. That's what we were looking for. He just hasn't been doing that on the sustained offense on the third to second rotation. So on his third to second rotation, he tracks too tight to his attacker, and then by then the ball goes over him. That was a really, really good setup. So if I were coach, I would say, good. This is what we're looking for. Don't rotate too tight there. Okay, they're gonna swap. He's gonna grab boost. No, he doesn't. He doesn't greedy. Oh man, grab the pad. Now look to play out. Okay. He's playing it really tight in the corner. They don't have an angle. Really good 50. Really good bump. Yep. Really good 50. Okay, now he can play third here. Nice bump. Okay, Tom's gonna turn. Or not. Right calmed over. He's right calmed, I got. Okay. Oh, gets bumped by the 1 to 3. They shouldn't have an angle here. That should be fine. Yep. Ooh, barely. Okay. Should be. The only reason that you're ever doing this, by the way, Chicago isn't running a layer, but notice he has 12 boost and there's no boost on the left side available. So what is he doing? He looks at his thing. There's no fucking second man on the ball cam. It's not even rotating in. He's not even here. He's not here on the sideline. So what's he do? He can go, fuck it. It's free real estate. He could push up, and the way he's going to do this is pad, then lift it with mid, down up here. And that's exactly what he does. So the reason he does that is because he took a swivel, saw that there was no oncoming pressure, doesn't need to worry about the corner, which is why you do play second man in the front. Talk about. Doesn't need to worry about it, so he's able to track pads and fix his boost here. Very nice. Pops mid, hit out. You gonna go next? Yeah, that's good. Okay, Atomic. Go next. There we go. Okay, now first to third. Double touch. Play it over. Barely. Okay, yep. Tackle there. And look, even Rise. Look at him. First to third rotation. Playing that cut. Beautiful. Right? Beautiful. Okay, now JKNAPS is gonna know, is that Chicago or Tom? No, what's Chicago? I'm just gonna go here. Looking to play first and third. Ball transitions. He's gotta play the bounce. Going, good volley. That's fine. Good bump. Oh, they get it over their second. That's fine. All right, first to third with Seiko. Chicago, first to third rotation on the cut in. Look at that. Beautiful. Right? And in any case, you're looking to cut in right there. You guys seeing the pattern? Are you guys seeing this? Seeing this? Now you can do this in your own games. Hopefully your teammates will be players. Waiting, we're looking. Okay, second man coming out. Looking to play the beat. Very awkward there. So he's looking to play, basically, he's looking to play off Atomic's clear and land a 50 onto the next guy in the rotation. But it's very optimistic. You guys know how I feel about this. It's very awkward, and in any case, you're usually going to land a 50, which what happens? Chicago plays it completely fucking square. So he plays it square to second man. He's lucky that fucking JKNAPS on the 1 to 3 is just that good. Right. Nothing should materialize. Leaves the boost for Atomic. He's not going to play second man to him. Then there's another dribble. Yeah, that's fine. You know, they're only hitting into the corner. Atomic with the tight rotation. Very good adjustment. Play second, grabs boost. Very nice. Very comfortable here. Okay, looks to play behind Seiko. Doesn't want him to have anything onto this. Yeah, that should be immediately challenged. Very good. Yep, another high. He's gonna opt boost rather than play on the wall. Okay, so now he's got to cut close, play second man, which he does. You can see him hauling ass right here. You know, it's a field thing. You know that the position's a little off, the timings are a little off. Rushing into second man position, right? Gonna be immediately his teammate. Calms it. Now I play second to him. Look how he tracks behind Atomic's position. Right there, where that fucking trail was. Copy this. Look at where Atomic's trail was. Right here. And look at fucking Chicago. Boom, right onto his boost pad, on his pathing. Just copy him. Play wherever your teammate just left. If you're third to second rotation like this, right? I want you tracking right behind your fucking teammate. I want you tracking right behind. Look at this. Do this. Don't track to the fucking side at an angle behind, because you're first to third. If you're on the third to second rotation, it usually means you have a 1 to 3. Now we're in a sustained offense. Oh my God. It should be fine. Yeah, Rise is not going to have anything to there. Oh my God, there's a... Very scary. This is a boost. Should be good. Rise again. Another 1 to 3 cut. Look at this. Beating that. Oh, that rises. Oh no. Fine, fine. Jam's got it. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so he sees him. He's gonna play close. Okay. Very weird from Atomic. I honestly think that's very good soft touch, man. Yeah, it's very good. JKNAPS goes. Atomic playing close. Yeah, but another touch. Beautiful. Very awkward. Now he's gonna play this. Or not. Good. Okay. Got a lot of faith in the defense of his team. Play that. Okay, getting over. Yeah. So if you get demoed here, then they're removing their 1 to 3 in the transition. The demo me in the backfield. So they're removing themselves as an offensive piece on a transition to basically take you out. So it actually, once they land the demo, the position equalizes. That's the funny part. Seiko's up. Does a check 2. This is what I mean by check 2, yo. Watch how he check 2. Like, you want to go up for it? Seiko is already up, though. Check 2. Nothing occurs. Still playing wide. Now he's left side zone. Right? Does a quick swivel. Doesn't want to encroach on his teammate's zone. So he does a swivel, looking for a name tag. That's all he's looking for. So if I'm in his view, all I'm looking for is this. Right there. I'm looking for a name tag. It's really quick. All I need to see is something orange there. If I see something orange there, I know that my teammate's going to go next. He doesn't see it, right? So we'll go back. So he doesn't see it. That's how he knows. Okay, I'm up next. But nothing there, so he knows he's got to cut it. Right, lazy over. Atomic going to play the soft touch. Trying to land a bump onto his matchup. Not a bad call in that position. Now he's playing 1 to 3 cut. Plays it really close, though. Yep, now he's fixing his line. Right, now it's third to second. Now he's waiting. Gets bumped off. JKNAPS gets bumped off. He should be good here. Got somebody on the wall here with the 50. Right, he's going to play. JKNAPS looks to pre-jump that. And he's going to play the over. Dive there is really tough because Monkey Moon now is okay. They do not capitalize on this mistake from JKNAPS. It's playing really close. So pre-jumping there, and then right here, leaving that open. Now left there 1 to 3 open, which is Monkey Moon. Okay, he was the 1 to 3 right here, looking to cut in, doesn't work. Third to second. Now he sees Seiko as a free beat. Now he can push forward. Right, plays one more touch. That is so fucking nuts. Almost lands it. All because of one mistake. The BDS is on point, dude. BDS is on point, and they don't run layers, which is very nice. I'm actually a fan of Team BDS. They actually made me a fan, and they're EU. Fuck you. Okay, so he's going to rotate in. He's very tight under the walls. All he needs to do is land a 50. Monkey Moon with no angle. No, it should be fine. Second man here. Tom's going to play the beat. You should have a 1 to 3 cutting in, right? Chicago barely off his line. Very awkward. That is nuts, but sure. We'll take it. Why, though? Why not just wait? Here. Okay, no demo. Sure. Fuck it, bro. you got scored on, motherfucker. Look, if you misread the contractor flex, it's gonna leave there open. So they did it twice, and then I think it was Monkey Moon. No. So Rise was the one that did the double previously. He almost punished them for it. But look, he's the 1-3. Because they misread a contract right here, it leaves their 1-3 open for a double touch setup, which they capitalize. Okay. High levels, they do this all fucking day. All right, let's do one more replay. One more. That was game 3. Let's look at game 5. Okay. NA, this sucks. Okay, NA doesn't suck. G2 is really good. It's just that JKNAPS misreads sometimes contract or flexes. Atomic sometimes will swap zones. So look, it's really awkward when you're third man here. When you're third, right, and on the initial push out, like this, it's really awkward that you go and you cross the field to play contract like this, and you track this way, right, to then go, and when he's here, ideally, if you're going to play this guy in a right side zone, he would like to be here, okay? That's what you'd like to do. But because they don't do it like that, instead, what happens is now this guy, they're basically covering the same zone. So Atomic doing this is really, really weird. And I've seen him rotate inside and then try to cut in backwards, and it's a no bueno. You don't want that. Okay, so it's very awkward. It's very awkward. It's for Atomic to do that the few times that I've seen, and BDS is punishing it. That's the crazy thing. Chicago 1-3, beautiful. It's third man. Yeah, right, opposite side zone. Yeah, first to third, he was just rotating in. And in. Now he's gonna look to play into JKNAPS on the wall. No, but JKNAPS went down. Okay, so he's looking to cut in again. He does exactly that. And look at Seiko, running a layer. Second man coming out front post. Look at him. So look, he's second man here. It's a monkey. And look at him. Can't even beat that 1-3. Not even in the frame. Can't fucking run layers. You cannot do it at high levels. Now, Seiko knows, through experience, that Chicago's going to be there. That's why he doesn't dive at it. But most low elo players get stuck in this. JKNAPS, 1-3 cut. Fucking gorgeous. Oh my god. I'm going to milk my tits. I swear to god. Shit. Start taking shirts off like Jinxie, dude. It's getting hot in here. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Okay, so ops to play out. Chicago's then going to play forward. Right, Rise, don't come out because you need to use that wall. You can see JKNAPS wanting to use that wall. Now he's second of Atomic. Yep. Oh, the double. Oh. Landing the 50 there is even a win, though. And it even leads them into scoring, which is very, very nice. Oh, he's fucking slotted it. What a sexy man. I get horny on good 1-3 rotations. Shit actually makes me cream. What the fuck? He did not mean to flip that way. I already know. I already know. JKNAPS meant to go up for this. That is so weird, because you never want him to have that free double. Left side. Got another flip. No. Atomic played forward. Gotta play the bounce. Beat him. Good. Very nice. Oh, messed up the weight dash. Will he get the boost? Yes, he does. Now he can play behind Atomic. Right? It's gonna cut. Perfect. Chicago. Yeah. Oh, really fast. Really quick speed. No angle, though. So Atomic looks to play in the corner and then wait for his team to recover. Very beautifully done. Awkward position. 1-3 now. JKNAPS. Right? Opposite side zone. That was 30-second rotation. And you don't want to come on the wall too early because they could go mid, and then it leaves up that right there, and we don't want to do that. So it's better to stay grounded and wait. Okay, so opposite play close second, double demo. It's a good touch, honestly, from JKNAPS because it forces Rise to hit in the corner. Atomic was the 1-3, opposite playing in the corner. God. I'm not going on Pornhub anymore. I'm just gonna look at fucking Atomic and JKNAPS run if I need to get some action. That's how I get excited. Okay. Atomic is playing right side zone, fixes it beautifully, goes wide. Chicago not gonna play the fucking first man touch, leaves Rise in a free dribble against JKNAPS. What? So now it puts them all on their back foot. Means they're gonna play the down, which means he has to read that. Come on. Okay, he's gonna cut in. Beautiful. And look, first, look at this, guys. You don't cover second man, right? That front post guy by running this guy in a layer. Do it by running your third man in a contract. If it's gonna fucking, if you know something's gonna go on here. So look at this. So Chicago lanes the read. Now he's left side zone technically. Option to flex or contract, right? JKNAPS looks like, and he's very high up the field, that he's probably gonna center it or it's gonna bounce off the mid. Anyway, you want to be mid. Contract is absolutely fine, but look, Monkey Moon, second man, matches that. Beautiful. Don't do it. You don't match that front post guy by running a fucking layer and trying to play some optimistic down 50 from fucking Monkey Moon is just gonna hit it past you anyway. You do it by you playing your opposite side zone guy up forward if you need, and you do it on positions that it's very obvious it's gonna come in mid. Other than that, you're defaulting into flex every fucking time. It never changes. Okay, no 50 there. Atomic should have it. He's gonna have a free drink. He's looking for boost. Now he's right side zone with 0 boost. Gonna rotate on pads. Honestly, a little bit greedy. Oh, a little bit greedy. Chicago burning all of his boosts because now he's in a kind of an awkward position like this. So then he greets boost, and now he's. This is funny. So you don't want to greed boost. What a fucking crazy set of touches right here. Oh my god. No way they convert this. Opportunity there. Left side zone. Tom's gonna cut. Yep, he's gonna play the double. Yep, the opts to leave it because it looked like Atomic wanted to play it center. And he's just gonna go for boost. That's fine. Right now you look to cut in. Yep. Oh, very solid 50 from Chicago. Didn't work out. BDS barely surviving. Okay. Trying chill. Yep, third to second. JKNAPS with the. Yeah, JKNAPS with the very interesting shadow defense. Should be fine. Atomic with the 1-3. Whiffs though. A little funny. Happens to pros, guys. Okay, 1-3 again. JKNAPS up. Plays the cut. Matches Rise. Instead beats him, so he's going to play really close. He could have opted for a 50. Tries to go for the flip reset on the over. It definitely looked like Monkey Moon was going to dive at him, you know, from here. This half second, right as Monkey Moon goes up, it looks like he's going to dive at him. So I don't blame him for going for the flip reset. So it was very nice from Atomic. 1-3 cut. Barely makes it. Forces it over, though. Should be fine. They're going to play it into their guy. Beautiful. And, yep. Good. Beautiful. How you want to handle it. First and third. Ops playing into him. Doesn't work out, though. Whose name tag am I looking at? Atomic. If I need a player view. That's why I need the timeline up. Atomic is up right here. Okay. JKNAPS wants to hit it into Atomic, and then Atomic into Chicago. That's the play you're looking at. Or if the pass from your first man, which is Atomic in this position, is looking to play it in Chicago. If that's covered, then you want to look to play shot or play it over for defense. Doesn't work out though. So they're going to play it into their defense and then just handshake the 50s. And he's giving him a lot of respect here. First to third from Chicago. Beat JKNAPS up. Good. Yes. Very nice. Very nice. Why you guys wonder why I get pissed at my fucking ranked teammates. I don't expect them to play as good as you. But at least cover the 1-3. 1-3. If you whiff, that's okay. It happens. You know, I'm definitely fucking not the god I used to be. Oh! Rise. What happened, bro? So Rise came way off his line in the third second. So you never want to cross front post here, because you always want to be able to have a solid 50, or in any ways track backward like this, and then be able to dive once you release it. Okay? If you do a donut like this, and then look to play in, it's very weird, because usually you're going to tackle into JKNAPS, and if you do a donut, you're usually going to kill all of your momentum on the backwards turn, or they're just going to beat you outright. We want to avoid that, and we want to just play a little bit slower on the third to second. Another reason you play slow, right? And then wait for them to give it up, and then go, right? So it's very important. You're on a thread. You really are. You're on a thread on how to play second man here. But it's very important that you guys get this right. I don't see that. Even pros, Rise got caught in this, okay? But a lot of people, I would say the number one problem that most people have is they track too square, where they end up like this, and they do a donut, and then their 1 to 3 has a free shot like this, okay? Don't do this, okay? So this is the number one problem, probably, that I would say. Out of all the things people running layers, I would say this, honestly, is the worst. People run layers on the third to second, and then they try to do it from their second to third, and then meanwhile their first to third is rotating all the way out, and it looks like this. First to third is rotating out, these guys dive, and then, you know, they end up landing it over 2, or they beat 2 of these guys, right? Or and 2 of them will both dive. Or it just goes over this guy, he rotates around, and then by then, the guy that's here shoots, or he plays it into their guy. Or this guy looks for demo, right? Awkward. Don't want to deal with it. Don't want to deal with it. Passive second man, guys. Very, 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 very important for the structure. But it's also on a tight thread. Because if you don't land these 50s, when you land the 50s, you get killed. If you just don't exist, then you get killed. So, it's rough. Oh, Seiko. Oh! Yes, chill. Okay, first to third. Look to play mid. Okay. Playing forward, you should not. Yeah, this far deep, you should always be challenged. Playing really fucking optimistic. Like, if you're playing like this, I would expect you to do this in scrims when you're playing against a fucking team that shit. Okay, because first of all, no, you're going to have a third man that's ready to track this, or you're going to have your second man up for it and tackle. You're never going to be able to, and even this, like, you're so far forward that you're not going to really have really good pace on marching this in the net. If anything, it's going to be really slow. So in your best case scenario, that even if you do go up and you do hit it, you're not going to be able to get any pace on it. So it's still fucking covered. So don't do this. Don't get greedy, okay? You want to play pretty much square to my first. So if I'm playing here, square to my first, meaning 90. So I'd like to play 90 degrees to him. I train my guys on front post not to push out. And then like this, now we can play here. And then if they want to play it onto my guy, then I have plenty of run up to be able to go forward. Okay? I don't want to... This, though. This is fucking dog shit. Okay, that's how I'd play if I'm playing against a shit team. Okay, that's greedy. It's really optimistic. Okay, ops for the boost pack. Okay, so they're going to land 50s here. They're not going to have any boost. 1 to 3 from Seiko, covered from the second man. And now look how awkward this position is because Atomic dove. Atomic should not have dove here. Another reason you don't want to push out second right here. Look, Atomic's technically second man. Atomic rotated in too tight. So you want to stay on the wall a little bit, but you don't want to dive at this. You got to wait because you got to respect their 1 to 3. Now Atomic should be up for it now. Instead, they're late. They land the fake. They get fucking scored on! Holy shit! Holy shit! Chicago can't fucking recover it because there's already a guy up, so he doesn't want to go up because he's already going to get beat, and he's already the 1 to 3, right? So you can't go up for this. They're already up for this, so then it's really awkward, so you're kind of waiting. He tries to pre-jump him. Guys, if you're second man on Atomic, and you land in a position where you rotate square like this, sometimes this is how it works out, okay? What you need to do is not dive. You need to do is not dive. So you got to chill here. You got to wait. You can't go at it because their fucking 1 to 3 is going to destroy you. Even if he does, he lands a 50 like that. And sometimes they're gonna bounce it off the wall and then play it off the wall and then look to play the double touchdown, or they're going to play it over your defender in any way, shape, or form. Okay? So we want to avoid that disposition. So he should have waited, right? And then at that point, what JKNAPS is going to do is this, right? JKNAPS is going to chill here. Right? He's going to see him go up. They're going to both not go up. So Atomic would have been here, and then JKNAPS would have been here. And then right as this bounce comes in, now he's up. 30 boost. That's all you need. Right? This is covered. But JKNAPS got sucked into this because he sees that Atomic is going to rotate in, so JKNAPS rotates into his position, and now the position's dead. It's a checkmate at this point, okay? BDS actually fucking nailed it, okay? So if you ever end up in Atomic's position like this, which is exactly gets a lot of people, right? In the Winter Spring RLCS X finals, you've seen that replay I've showed you where Squishy Muffins rotated all the way back, and Justin was on the wall like this from Garrett G, right? And instead of Chicago, and the first man was Garrett G here, okay? Very similar position, okay? Justin couldn't push out here, but instead of having their midfield covered, Squishy Muffins went back post, and then went mid. So a little bit of a play happened. A different play happened, okay? Just chill. Wait for them to hit it, right? Just chill here. JKNAPS is going to cover your mid, and now you just cover net. So you just L2, R2 to make sure you don't slide. And it'll fuck up your thing. So you gotta spam it while you're up on the wall like this. You know, like what JKNAPS is doing. You know, you gotta spam it, and then you can cover net. Okay, so let's see what else happens. Okay, so JKNAPS just got sucked. Atomic not playing the position correctly. JKNAPS all pushed in a second for some reason. We should have. Fine, it's not on target. Yep. Very nice from Chicago. Yep, shouldn't be a goal. Nice little chain dash right here. Great chain dashes. Looking to bump him. JKNAPS plays the 50. Like makes him forces it square. That's really good. Yep. Trying to play second. JKNAPS is gonna go forward. Gotta play the wall, buddy. He does. Good man. Now play the 50. Perfect. Double commit. Uh-oh. Oh, and he gets demo. Got a goal. Oh. You lose a game 5 to that. Oh, that so sucks. Oh my god. Okay, what happened here? Chicago, left side zone, transition, plays contract for some reason, which is exactly what I fucking said. Guys, did I not say if you run this fucking really close second, you're gonna get destroyed by their 1-3? Look at the fucking example. I'm not a prophet. I just played this game. Look at him. It's not the 1-3. It was second man. So it was Seiko going up for this. Not quite, but same concept. If you run your guy too close, right? Remember when I was fucking in this replay, I was saying, you know, you get rid of all this shit. I was saying you don't want to run your second man. You want him to run behind, right? Because otherwise, if you land this 50, right? If this 50 occurs and it goes square, you're not going to have a good thing. And your guys are going to fucking, the defense is going to nail you. And if it lands behind you, same shit. And look at that. You see this, same thing. You don't have a good run up onto it. You don't have any good angles, right? Even if you do land the 50 somehow, and right, and they fuck up, because you should get beat. But even if you do land the 50, they're gonna win the 50 because they have a better angle to it, right? So Chicago's already beat here. Like once you see this, so it's very weird. But you gotta wait here, not move, right? And then wait for JKNAPS to eventually push up. So if JKNAPS would have been up for this, so he would have been the 1-3. Saw this, right? And then he would have naturally now JKNAPS in his decision making is seeing Chicago push up, so he's thinking go back. But if Chicago would have stayed behind here, JKNAPS would have been here, and then it would have been all dandy. Everything would have been very not much nice and fine. But he's forced. Now he's in a forced error. And still, there are YouTube trolls in my fucking comments that when I end up in the same position, they should have told me, you just whiffed the open net from Chicago. Like, look at Chicago. Look how helpless he looks, dude, because of this position, right? And these fucking trolls don't have the brain and the critical thinking, right? They'll tell me, you just needed to win that here. You know what I mean? They'll tell me, like, no, my fucking teammate pushed up, and I'm fucked. It's already over. You know what I'm saying? And these fucking trolls don't lack the ability to critical think. So I love you for those with the ability to actually just Read past headlines. You don't listen to fucking mainstream media and shit. You guys are great. Okay? So, should have been here. JKNAPS would have saw that Chicago was waiting. He would have pushed in like this, right? And then he would have been able to go up for it. And then right here, either A, Seiko can play it in the corner, right into Chicago, who would have been patiently waiting right here, right? So he could play for the beat, right? At that point, if he's playing for the beat, usually means he has no angle, right? So he would have played in the corner into Chicago. Or, right, they land a 50, and then you wait. You know what I'm saying? And then Chicago would have gone up next. That's what should have happened. So JKNAPS and his instinct goes, I want to go for this, which they play for beat, they played in corner, but because Chicago broke his link, it's now dead. Chicago knows he fucked up. And then he gets demoed, so it's pretty much over. Yeah, I mean, so guys, this is why I said you can't, like, if you're on an immediate push out, I like to wait as the ball crosses the half line. You can't push out of second man, so Chicago's second man in this position, if you know they're going to land a 50 and it's going to come immediately back to you, you can't push out. Otherwise, this is what happens. You're going to end up in very awkward positions. And you get scored on. Okay? I make these rules for a reason. Just follow them. Structure will take care of you. I've done all the heavy lifting for you. Just fucking, you see these examples. See what works. You see what doesn't. There's pro replays. Trust what I'm saying. Okay? Trust the information. Don't even trust what I'm saying. Trust the logic, the mathematical equation. Y equals fucking mx plus b, but I've done it in Rocket League. Right? Universal law 1. Thou shalt not run layers. Thou shalt not rotate wide. Thou shalt rotate wide when first man has a great tackle. Right? And thou shalt not push out second man when playing front post. Done! End of video. Love you. Love you guys.